flags in the air, first time tonight. Here we go. Blake Johnson. Blake comes to us from Mount Perry, Ohio, driving that Chevy Silverado. Calls it Lucky Red. Pulling tonight for Johnson Auto Services. First. Okay. All right, here we go. Eric Moore out of the roof from Ohio, and he goes to Chevrolet. Look out right there. He was getting sideways. Let operator come down on the brakes there to get him stopped before he goes any further. Pumpkin spice, kind of the wrong time of the year for pumpkin spice, but nonetheless, here he comes looking for that Liberty Services leader code. Here he comes, Corey Van. Pumpkin spice. Oh my goodness, he don't sound good down there starting line. Hey sir, how you doing tonight? I'm pumpkin spice. Not sure what he was doing down there. All right, sneaking up on us. Here comes that Ford, driven by Gary Alloway out of Waterford, Ohio, looking for the Liberty Services leader gang. Not going to quite be enough tonight. It's going to end up at 292 and 8, 292. All right, now green flags in here. Here he comes, Ron Palmer, Ozark, Ohio native. All right, green, second attempt. Here we go for Ron Palmer. Now he's moving. There's that thing right out of the hole. All right, shut that thing down right there at 344 and 9, 344. All right, John's got green. Here he comes out of Bellsville, 79 Ford.
Good, you? Good.
Look right there for John. He's going to end up at 345 and 4. Dodge fans, you're going to come up a little short. 329 and 6, 329 and 6 for J.C. Cronin, 73 Dodge. Got some roots after a while, right?
All right, bye.
All right, they got Josh hooked up. Here he comes, Josh Williams out of Woodfield, Ohio, 73 Dodge. good. I think he was working harder driving that. They got him hooked up. Green flags in the air. Junction City, Ohio native Chevrolet. Oh man, he had a good one going 30 a little bit sideways, trying to save it, cleared him down. 354, 92, 9500 hot farm tractors. Last call, 92, 9500 hot farm tractors. All right, here he comes, Eric King out of Zanesville, Ohio, and that's good enough Chevrolet. All right, green flags in the air. Here we go. Hunter Simers out of Lowell, Ohio, in that Ford. And 4, 97 and 4 right there for Hunter Simers out of Lowell in that Ford machine, 99 F350. Turn the page. Casey Simers, we're looking for you now out of Lowell, Ohio once again. All right, here we go. Corey's hot. Casey Simers, excuse me, out of Lowell, another Ford truck, 99 F250. Calls it Paul Fuel. That was soft right there. Ringo gets the little red magnet off the track. Here we go. Scott Simers out of Elfrey, Ford F250. Liberty Services leader code sits at 356 and change. Right, drinks in the air. Here comes the boss. Here's my Tyler Stewart on Ozark. Ford fans, get down what you're having at Caldwell Airfair. We'll get Randy, we'll put him on the spot. He'll give us a rundown of your entertainment. That's the Noble County Fair. All right, pay him off right there as they pulled off the track man. Stopped what he wanted to do. He's been sitting down there waiting, watching everybody in the class. Here he comes, Blake Johnson. Oh, Lucy Red. Not going to be quite enough to move the count. 337 and 9. 337 and 9 for Blake Johnson. As far as the obstacles, we got this one tonight, and we're going down to Lark County. Hey, we're back on the track. Here he comes, Chris Van out of Ohio.
Got a fancy doodad. That's good. Give him a hobby. He's really good at it.
We're ready for you now. Green flags in the air. Coach Knight right out of Woodsfield. Shadow Chevrolet. He didn't like that at all. He says, let Coach Schneider second hit out of Woodsfield. Tonight, going to end up at 303 and 4. 303 and 4. Sits out there at what, 351 and 6. Matt Wire, you currently own it. All right, but here comes Red Swally out of Ozark behind him. Ozark Outlaw. Been shaking off a little bit of rust from being on vacation. Going to end up at 346 and 8. 346. McCormick says green flag. Here we go, Darren McPherson from Looneyville, West Virginia. The mean one.
How was Carolina?
Generous tonight. Going to end up at 335 and 335. Leader coach sits at 351 and change. That's a tall task for you Ford fans. Let him have it. Bring him down. Here he comes. He's going to get you out of Oh man, that decision maker sled ate him up right there at 3. All right, here he comes. Big team here by Matt Cooper out of Woodsfield, Ohio. By Jeremy Carter out of Athens, Ohio.
No jellyfish either. Did you get any seashells? A bunch of them. Too many.
Brooke Vanessa, you'll be the last hook in the class. Another one up. 3 coming starting. Here we go. Brooke Vanessa out of Reedsville, Ohio. Napa Modern Auto leader coach sits at 351. Matt Meyer, you got one more to dodge. Here she comes. Monroe County for me. We'll probably make it down there. Then we're going to turn around and go to Jackson County the following week. I think that's on a Tuesday night. But right now, we got Carson Holiday hooked up All right, 308 and 9. Did not end up well. Had a lot of wrenches to do on that truck, but here he comes. He Taylor Wellington Fabrication, second limit. Come right out of Clarkston, Ohio. Really good, strong run right there. That'll help take truck. So not everybody has so many pulls. So you want to check the Facebook page or website and see what pulls you want to go to, what classes you want to see. But right now, here he comes, Dick Garner out of Washington, West Virginia. 1986 GMC calls it My Mistress. Thank you, though. She never asked me that question. She don't care. All right, here he comes, Dennis Nicholson, Normalville, Pennsylvania. Don't you hate it when people call you the truck track? All right, here he comes. Danny Smith out of Somerset, Ohio. We are built to road. Danny Smith is, excuse me, 338. And here he comes, Gary Chambers out of Bremen, Ohio. 73 forward in. All right, greens in the air. Clay Kirkman out of Rockford, West Virginia, the off-road innovation machine. He's off the track with the Futurinko Flyer. Right now it's the Heavy Heifer, driven by Jacob Parker, Upper Plains, Ohio. $97 Dodge. Here you go, Dodge fans. Futurinko pulls off the track. Here he comes, Brian Boise out of Rockport, West Virginia. 85 Dodge goes the Hunter. Nice looking machine right here. That Lahote leader code, 10-3-30-18, I believe. Been going along pretty well. All right, green's in the air. Here she comes. First, because out of Pittsburgh, Ohio. Ladies, look out there. She's giving a ride right there. She's going to end up at 320 side of that truck. Green's in the air. Excuse me, Riley. I'm always in the road. Here she comes, ladies. Ohio in the here tonight, right on the spot. If we need them, we hope we don't, but they're here to help us out if we do. Also, we have the VFW, I forget what it is, the numbers on that paper somewhere. Thank them for raising the flag tonight. David Weingarter for singing the anthem, but right now, here comes David Glover out of Cleveland, Ohio. Night, he calls it, pulling tonight for James Tire, Morrison Maintenance. Good looking machine right here. Here he comes, Daryl Baker out of Martinsville. Going to come up short tonight. 322 and 3. 322 and 3 for Derek Caramel Banana Bowl. Get you some farm fresh hamburgers up there behind the grandstand. Tired. You can't get tired of the tractor. Never want to fall asleep in a truck. Bad things happen if you fall asleep. Your seats, hurry up. Grab your burgers and your cold drink. Here comes Danny Willis and a Mountain Westburn. Services for use of the water trucks. United Rental, also the Belton Valley Volunteer Fire Department for being here tonight, and the Caldwell Noble County Emergency Services for having us go on here. All right, here we go. Scott Sloan and the Jeff Duncan EMC. The Just Hookin' EMC out of Waverly, Ohio. All right, go behind the grandstand to the concession stand to claim your prize. All right. 633-767. Here we go! Troy, Victor Rico out of McConnellsville, Ohio. All right, once again, that was Troy Victor Rico, McConnellsville, Ohio native. Farm nothing, 46. He is ready to rock and roll. Here we go in the rockin' Red Rebel. decision maker said put a hurting on him right there. What'd you do to the table? Easier, get mad at somebody and just rip the table first? Your husband aggravate you a little bit?
In this county.
What happened? All right, here he comes, Randy Hayning out of Athens, Ohio. Massey Ferguson, 11:55, tells us a about that little plane from the stack. He's going to end up at 261 and 9. 260. Move right on. Corey Bartonhart, we're the next one looking for you. Then we're going to go Ray Campbell, Nick Teeman. What do we got? Exhibition hook at the end of the class. 12:56 out of Milford. Auto stop right there at 277. That big John Deere loose greens on the tracks for the green tractor. Here we go, Ray Campbell out of Beltsville, Ohio. John Deere 8400 calls us a digging deer. Man, look at Kyle out there. He's like a professional photographer. Then he'll back here make them really cool videos. Check him out on Facebook. Kyle the photographer. He's really cool. Got down there. He's got the angle and everything. All right, here he comes. Nick Teeman out of Marietta, Ohio. For Nick Teeman, 3:03 and 4. What's he call it? Running on empty? Is that what he calls that? John Deere out of Woodsfield? Haven't seen him in a while. I think that's what it's called. People are just looking at me, but nobody will tell me for sure. Here he comes. I know he's been wrenching on it. Talked to him last night. He said, I've done a lot of new stuff. Needs some seat time on it. Get some work on the gear. Here he comes. John Deere out of Woodsfield. Right? You need to start flagging. You can be a flagger. All right, here we go. Frank Mascari's first hook in the 2.6 diesel class out of Hopedale, Ohio. 97 Dodge. Good looking hook right there. Frank's going to end up at nice. Back decision number 2, Dustin Stephen from right here in Caldwell. Leader cone set at 3:28.5. He run over the leader cone. He goes 3:29. 3:29 for Dustin Stephen from right here in Caldwell with the back decision number 2. If he needs the hood, he'll be cold. All right now, green on the track, Ethan Richardson, Bidwell, Ohio native, truck called the Outcast. Red flag waves right there, 325. And all right, we got a handful of trucks to go. You semi-drivers, get them around to the staging area. Semi-drivers, get them around to the staging area. Here we go, Dan Caldwell, around about Iceville, Ohio. Sando's digging deep. He's going to stop at 323 and 6. 323 and 6 for Dan Klutfelder. Tailgate of that truck says, ain't cheating. Greens in the air. Here we go. Comes to us from Gallipolis, Ohio. Chevy K30. Oh man, he had a head of steam going. Going to come up. All right, track's clear. Southwell says I'll give him the green. Here we go. Zach Weber out of Lanesville, Ohio. The poor investment. Richardson diesel performance on the weight box of that truck. Randy's got him another sandwich. I turned you. Had to get that 9 o'clock snack, didn't you? Not a hot dog. All right, here he comes. Zach Weber out of Lanesville, Ohio. All right, chain comes tight. John Zimmer out of Whipple, Ohio. Yoder Building Cone leader. Yoder Building Company leader consists at 329 and 2. Here we go, John Zimmer. Let's see what you got. He had a head of steam going to. All right, chains tight, greens in the air. Here we go. Larry Butler, Yoder Building Company leader, consists at 329.2. Last pick of the class, J.D. Close out of New Plymouth, Ohio, on the road to redemption. Leader code now sits at 332 and change. It's a tall task ahead of him, but he says, I got this. Road to redemption. Here we go. Good thing you ate that second hot dog. Hey, hold him up there. Randy's going across the track. That's not what he wanted to do. He's going to end up at 266 and 9. 266 and 9. Brady Alloway out of Zanesville. Now she puts the favorite on top of my face. We need this book right here, please. Man. What are you going to do? I'm trying to do. What do you know? All right, here he comes, the Duke Shaman out of Talmadge, Ohio. 95 Peterbilt, 379 comes with the J-Rod. The flashing lights all over, here we go. First semi here in the Noble County Summer Bowl. And Dapple flashing down, he's out there at 355 and 4. 355 and 4 for Joe Shannon. Talmadge, Ohio, the J-Rod. Peterbilt. Dapple puts his thumb high in the air, says he's going to take it. Let's send the Bridgeport Tool Leader code at 355 and 4. Pete Roski out of Cadiz, Ohio, sneaking around the decision maker sled down there. Tell you what, he's had good settings on that sled tonight. We appreciate him much. Had a little hiccup with an alternator issue. Climbed down there, fixed it up. Had a good pull here tonight going so far. Hope it continues. Now we're just straight forward. He comes to a stop. 337 and 7. 337 and 7 for Casey Roski out of Cadiz and Lassie Peterbilt 379. Scott Green, here he comes from Medina, Ohio in the Mack Superliner. Alright, he parks that Mack right. That's stopping away ahead to get a snack probably, huh? Got a little rough right there at the end. He says, oh, that's far enough. Stop right there at 334 and 7. 334 and 7 for Derek Day. It's the 5 o'clock somewhere. Peterbilt 379. Man, I'll put you in a bubble. All right, you be careful. You be good. I'll see you in Maritime. All right. Josh Hughes out of Kingsbridge Springs, Pennsylvania. Here we go. You can do it. He did it tonight. He's going to come up. Right, green flag flies. Here we go. Garth Matusik out of St. Clairsville. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Comes to an abrupt stop right there. 340 and 8. 340 and 8. The Garth Matusik in the 5 o'clock somewhere machine. Peterbilt 379. Alright, first look of the class, Dale Malinzik in the hot dog. Here he comes. International, I can't even read that. What did it say? 2004 International calls it Big Mo. Hot dog driving the Big Mo tonight. Here we go, let's see. You a little weird when it gets past your bedtime or what? All right. All right, Kyle gets down into position. He's going to do some photography work. Here we go. Here it comes. Hot dog, Dale Malinzik of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Here we go. First look of the class. Alright, Sample comes up, flags him down right there at 337, 6, 337, and 6. Well, what's he want to do? He's going to take it, alright. Stephen Christmas run right over at you, 337 and 6. Set the Bridgeport tool leader cone right there, 337 and 6. Oh, yeah. Harrisburg. Freightliner 92. Mr. Monkey. Tired? Starting to yawn. Making Dave drive home, huh? Okay. Oh, that was her in the truck the other day. I seen that video. I watched them all. It was pretty cool. Here he comes, first guy. The very first high end of Mr. Flags him down right there. 326 feet for Mark Scott and Mr. Smokey. Tell you what, the Scotts always come down to Caldwell, putting on a show for the fans. Always a good time whenever they show up. But I got a job to do. Here we go, greens in the air. Just standing out Talmadge, Ohio. 379 Peterbilt comes deep dive. right. He's going to end up at 257 and 9. 257. Change the green. Saddle says I'm ready. Last hook of the night right here at the Noble County Summer Pool. Beth Ann Scott. Harrisburg, Ohio native celebrating wedding anniversary number 39 right here. Bring her down the track. Here she comes, Miss Smokey. Hang on just a second. Just building the anticipation, I can tell. Give her one more shot at it. She's going to build the boost back in there. Oh man, that we're not going to be able to make the call tonight. Truck just won't light for her. Here she comes, power off as she comes down the track.